What's going on, guys, girls, everyone? An emergency session before tonight's match. I can see Zilla in the building. Hope you're doing well, brother. What's happening, everyone? It's been absolutely mayhem in the last 24 hours. Portfolios have been recorrected. Shit is no longer going down the drain. And this one event, and I don't really want to show the whole graphic, has sent political memes to incredible new heights. Now, how can we play this, guys? How can we play this? Do we need to FOMO? Are we too late? Absolutely not. I've always said these coins will go nuts. Due course. So yeah, let's get right into the juice. So you guys know this story. I mean, last night as this was unfolding, we did not even have any idea this was happening. I think I was live with the caveman till really late. So look, this could be the one event that turns political memes into absolutely something that's gonna go ridiculous. And Spain 2, England 1. El Professor, no way. Morning, Ozzy. What's going on, bro? Let me just say hi to Zilla in the building. Yeah, 100%. We'll talk about T-Mania as well. What's going on, Mets? Professor said 2-1. Morning to you, LC. shout out to everybody. And let's check Netmine and Blender. Yeah, sure. We'll go through that. So we're gonna follow a little bit of an agenda. But yes, I will check Netmine and Blender for you. But this event last night has really sent us above the 50. Was it $58,000? So Bitcoin had a nice daily close, which was much needed. But many of you are wondering today, where do we go from here? What's the portfolio going to say? You can see here that things have been performing exceptionally well on these core picks. And if anybody wants to know what I hold, join our community. I hold Casper, I hold Alf, Marvia. So if anybody's unclear what I'm actually looking to milk most of my my gains out, then it would be those projects. But yeah, let's have a look at Netmine, which I like, by the way. And let me just go. Let's go to NMT first. Look, NMT is a good project, and only thing is, right now, look at the chart. I mean, the chart has been in accumulation forever. I think this is gonna run into the billions, in my opinion. At the end of the day, this project. I mean, look, I talked about based AI the other day. Netmine is truly one big AI project. Do I hold it right now? No, I don't actually hold it. But if I was to go outside of my core AI bags, I think this would be one that I seriously consider. Perhaps this is a multi-cycle play. This is your bear market return and buy. So yeah, Netmine is bullish. And look, Blender I do hold, but I do hold something really small. I think about 10,000 Blender accumulated over several months. I haven't actually. I saw some stuff on Twitter today. I mean, this is the lowest it's been. 40, was it 38 or 40, 48 cents? Yeah, 45 over here. Look, with Blender, you are gonna see a lot of news with especially their Twitter presence. Do I still think this could do serious numbers? I think it can. But all deep in projects have suffered in light of the hack and of the OPSEC, Hash AI. A lot of deep in projects haven't done well. But this one, I think it's a gamble. I would say if you're planning to put your retirement plans into something like a Blender, I would highly consider you not doing that. I would put some money into this, like I have. I've accumulated, I think, 10,000 tokens or thereabouts, and that's enough. If this goes to I don't know, 100x, great. Could it possibly do that? I mean, it's gonna be an interesting case. I mean, what that would mean for the overall price. Let's have a look. So if we say, I mean, look, what price could this go to? Could this go to $10? Let's say maybe this goes to $20 on the basis of the tokenomics. You're looking at 36x, which then puts the market cap at around just under $1 billion. Could that actually happen? 36x. I think if you treat it like that, you'll do well out of it. This maybe runs up to about 800 to $1 billion. That's a realistic expectation. Could the numbers could it mean it starts to really ramp up and go towards crazy levels? I think it can. But like I said, no one actually plans their crypto final leg as maybe or maybe not. You've got to, I mean, this is all bullish. I do love the look of this box, by the way. These blender boxes, I can just imagine these must be very capital intensive, and of course scaling something like this is a problem, right? How many of these boxes do you need to build at a scale? But nevertheless, they have their own kind of their own box, their own technology. Good to see that. These are the rigs. I mean, they post this every day. What I would love for these guys to do is to kind of respond to people on Twitter, engage like Cliff does, Dynex does, Octa does. I've been hustling Alephium to try and do the same now. Minlayer came here. So look, more projects need to open up and dox themselves. I think that will be the final confirmation. But so far, I'm just playing along in terms of my bullish sentiment as to what I'm seeing and what I'm researching. And so far, it's got a very good chance of either doing well or just going by the side. Can you cover TARS? Yep, I have actually talked about TARS before, and I have actually presented it to the community in the form of buy alert. And this is a while back. Now, right now, $12 million. Again, I'd say, look, the chart looks good. Of course, look, everybody puts their hopes on the Solana Foundation. Listen, Solana season, this was one of the picks that I had in the private group, saying that if you are looking at a basket of cryptocurrencies on a Solana ETF, then this has to be included in there. What are the decent AI small micro cap projects on that side? So listen, I do like it. Do I hold it at the moment? No. I think it's is it a good time to buy? Yeah, absolutely, because the prices are, look, it's in accumulation. 10 cents is probably the cheapest I've seen for a little bit, and I think it dipped down about 10 cents. So it holds a floor around these prices. So $12 million, 42% of the volume is gone. Since then, since I covered this, they now listed on MEXC, Gate.io, Bybit. So they've got a few listings as well. Look, it's one of those, man. If you're looking for, let's say, for example, your core AI projects are, packed. You've got your cycle, absolute gems that you're going to hold for your life-changing gains. Then, the likes of TARS, I'll just add that to the next set of projects to buy. Like if you've got your AI, AGI, AI tech, based AI, I mean, those are the three that I talk about and cover the most. If you've got that on the lock, I think TARS. I would also add for just a consideration, let's see how this is now comparing to OFN, right? Neck for neck. I mean, this came down a lot more, but $11 million, similar volume, a layer one blockchain, AI. So yeah, I think, listen, you've asked for one. I'm telling you, there's a two. The only thing is what gives, of course, TARS the edge is the whole Solana narrative. I think Solana is going to be big, but whether to go all in, I would say, will depend on your risk appetite. But in terms of the Solana Foundation, backed by the Solana Foundation, I mean, listen, first of all, how many people have actually verified that information? And listen, they may well have been backed by the Solana Foundation, but yeah, I think, listen, I think it's a decent enough project for me to make it like my fourth or third bag for a bull run. But the tokenomics are decent as well. So this one could be a banger, but don't forget OFN2. Everybody's bullish on Mavia. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think the whole entire Axie comparison, I think, got to people. And it's funny because we're super early in terms of where we are in this cycle. No matter what anyone says to you, anybody who basically, if you were here in 2023, you would have accumulated established projects, right? Or degen plays from the last cycle until we got hit with like just pre-December, and we've got a cluster of new cryptocurrencies, and this came out this year. This is floor prices, pretty much. The sky from here, sky's the limit. I think this goes to $100, and if it does that, well, you're looking at nearly 100. Even 80x, 100x from here would be absolutely dream. Yeah, so that's a good one right there, bro. Yeah, Pitt, what's happening, bro? I'm doing really well, thank you. Had a late one last night. Moonlight Supernova, DXP. How about you look at Chirley still in? Yeah, look, I actually did a buy alert recently, and I bought a tiny amount of Chirp. You guys know where my feelings are with regards to projects like this. I think the issue is it's actually off CoinMarketCap. Chirp news. I mean, I haven't seen any new FUD recently, but there could be some issues over here. Let's look at CoinGecko. We looked at this in the live last night as well, I think. Chirley. Has there been new developments? I mean, listen, this is $3 million. Holy crap. Last night there was $2 million in market cap. I haven't got, if I'm being honest, I mean, latest development from like inside, I don't know what's going on. I've read one or two things on Twitter, but look, Chirp is, if the project survives, right, you got to ask yourself first, can it survive? Yep. If it does, then you're looking at a very, very high ceiling in terms of what type of money can move this and how high this can go, right? How high this can go. So look, so far, I haven't actually got any reason for this not to do well. I think that the narrative is quite niche. I think the partnerships are quite impressive. It's just unfortunate, downturn of the market for something like this. Not good at all. So yeah, they do suffer a lot, but I'm surprised that obviously it's not showing up on CoinMarketCap. Do I, again, like I said to you guys, do I put all my eggs in this basket? Absolutely not. I'll put some degen amount of money. I mean, listen, $1,000 or $500 is going to get you enough Chirley for you to dream of the upside. But if shit happens, you walk away. So yeah, that's I'm still holding it, and I'm holding it for the top of the cycle. Wimbledon, Europa, Euro Cup, and Copa America, insane day. Look, in terms of like, I mean, listen, Copa America, I think Colombia versus Argentina, that's a huge game, man. It comes at the early hours of the morning over here. But yeah, well done Colombia for reaching. I mean, listen, if it wasn't for Darwin Nunez, it wouldn't have happened, right? The guy missed chance after chance for Uruguay. Yeah, if Wimbledon, I mean, Wimbledon is happening right now as we speak, right? So listen, long gone, the days I used to watch Wimbledon, Henman days in the UK, you couldn't escape that shit. But yeah, big day in sport. Yeah, Netmine has a whole team behind it. Yeah, it's a proper project, bro. Superb project. Yo, what up, fam? Listen, our boy Trump. Yeah, we got to talk about this as well, guys. Look, what does this mean for our backs? First of all, it's a tough time for America, and you spare a thought for any divided nation people. It's a really, really tough time out there, man. And this shooting last night came And of course, there's going to be a whole ramification. But in terms of crypto, where this is going to go is to this, right? So 7 days, MAGA at $8, right? This is one of the topics I wanted to discuss over here. MAGA is absolute leader right there. And you still have MAGA hat, MAGA Trump. MAGA hat is $79 million in market cap, where I think a lot of people will make money in this Politify. If you've got like a 10x, if you're looking for a 10x from a Politify meme coins, then you look at these, right? You look at these like big boys. I think these will go over, MAGA will easily go, or Trump MAGA will go over $1 billion. In my opinion, it's already a quarter of the way there. But you look at Super Trump, right? $24 million. I still think this has maybe another 20x to the election. Where you start to see real degen opportunities, the lower the risk you go, you start to see some of these projects that are absolutely going to moon. I would say you've got to be ready to look out for a Politify meme coin to trade, right? And for most people, all you have to do is go to Dex Tools. And sometimes, look, if you put up Trump, you can actually see tons and tons of these projects. Now, just bear in mind that there's a lot of craps as well, like in here. But what I would say in terms of what I'm comfortable with in gambling, I'd like to generally hold cryptos into the narrative, right? So, look at, for example, Trump, AI Trump. Let's see if AI Trump has made it to coin. Yeah, it hasn't. I mean, that would have been absolutely, listen, I tried to help those guys and they weren't really interested. Sadly, Superman spoke about AI Trump. I know it's one of the best meme coins, but it just has a shit team, inexperienced team that don't know what they're doing. And as a result, man, that went to shits. But if I was to look at some stuff here, look, everything at $2 million, $1 million, that way you're safe enough, because some of these have been around for a while. Like, you're not going to get rugged. And of course, the $1 million market cap is usually the threshold. And then from there, listen, take your pick. I saw somebody asking about T-Mania, and listen, T-Mania right now is at floor. I'm just hoping for that to pick up and give investors back the money, because there was a lot of insiders dumping the project. But I think T-Mania does well, hopefully. But if it's not catching a lot of traction from here, Baby Trump is an interesting one. Up 30%. And if you're looking for, guys, this is incredibly, at $2 million, let's have a look. It's already on MEXC. Baby Trump could be an interesting one because the chart looks good. And secondly, it's on Ethereum, right? Ethereum is far safer when it comes to rug pulls, right? So Baby Trump at $2 million with a decent chart is something that potentially you could look at in this whole Politify Trump narrative, but it is up 30% on the day. What else do I like over here? I think Tucker Carlson for the election proper. I think MAGA VP at $11 million is also quite interesting. So yeah, listen, there's so many ways we can play this this narrative, but the narrative wasn't meant to come now. These events, Trump being shot, have accelerated this whole entire entire narrative. So yeah, let's see how that goes on. But I will definitely say, get yourself 1 to 2 very good meme coins for November. And if you can take profit, get the initial out, because this is what's happening right now. I think that's a wise move to go. I hope people added a position last week, 40 cents. Absolute still. Yeah, I think Aerodrome is I think Aerodrome runs, man. Yeah, good shout. I would say if we look at where are we? Yeah, let's look at Aerodrome, because I think, listen, Aerodrome Finance is going to do really well. There's actual talk of Circle buying Aerodrome, and if they do that, I mean, listen, it's what, doubled, almost doubled. It's still under $1. So you have to have psychological buy levels. Aerodrome under $1 is still a decent investment, in my opinion. However, if you're looking for a 100x opportunity, it's probably not where you need to go, right? It's a big market cap. So you need to put, your bigger amount of allocation into this, in my opinion, to see decent money. Having said that, it is still going to give you at least minimum 20x and above in this bull cycle. And the Uniswap comparison is insane, man. If you compare that to Uniswap, the gains would be astronomical. I think, what, Uniswap is sitting at 10 billion today. The second play here, if you obviously want to have something that was built with like Polkadot, Moonbeam, and Base, this is Moonwell. And Moonwell, I mean, right now it's what, just nearly going up to 2 cents. Volume up 72%. Wow, that's incredible. So if you're looking for a DeFi play on the base network, then look no further than Moonwell. And I think Aerodrome does well. The second largest is by TVL is Moonwell. I think Moonwell does really well as well, powered by Base, Moonbeam, and Moon River. So yeah, it's got that Polkadot security. Because Polkadot is really good for its security, and yeah, this is probably one of the best opportunities in terms of DeFi on Base, and I think the price also reflects that. Now in the short term, this will go to 2 cents. It's almost nearly there. Having said that, that's 69% down from its all-time high. You can see here, and the all-time low was 30% of a penny. I think, listen, the volume increase is incredible. So yeah, also do not fade this one at all. Yo, Alpha Tech, what's happening, bro? Spot ETFs happening next week. Will this cause alts to pump? Listen, if there's anything we know about these ETFs is their lagged effect. Now, if you remember when the initial announcements came for ETH, in fact, it was kind of like a 20-minute sell the news, prices went the other way. But this time is different. And the reason why it's different, I think it will have an impact on alts. Not to the levels that we want. I don't think we will see that until the end of September. But it's all about positioning right now on leading Ethereum plays. And I think you are 100% correct. It will have an impact. But in my personal opinion, I think it's going to be staggered a little bit. In terms of like the whole entire market is bullish anyway, because we're just claiming a very important level on Bitcoin. But if we look at Ethereum, if we look at ETH, right, and you start to see, okay, what do we have over here? So if you're looking for ETH plays, because essentially whether you have ETH meme coins, whether you have ETH projects, certain projects will benefit more on the chain than others. And if you look over here, if you wanted like quality, I mean, look at Pendle Finance over here, has a TVL of 3.1 billion. So that's quite interesting. And then of course all of these top ones are all DeFi protocols, but then you start to go further down. I mean, it's a long process to look at this, but yeah, I think Ethereum-based meme coins, Ethereum-based AI projects, DeFi projects, I think they will all do well subsequently of the ETF approval. But there was one or two that I saw here. Let's see, and yeah, look, immutable X is got decent TVL. It's about 37 million. But sometimes by looking at this, you can actually start to gauge which projects will have the money flow. The obvious one is Ondo Finance, tokenized real world assets on the Ethereum blockchain. I think that is a no-brainer. for the ETF. I think the money flow will find its way to that. It has $500 million already locked in TVL. So do I think it will happen? I mean, next week, I mean, this week we're bullish all of a sudden, but I still think that we go another maybe 1 month or 2 months, which is good for us anyway. We can position ourselves with top tier Ethereum projects, and then of course we go to Valhalla in the pursuing months. Can we see XODEX tomorrow? Maybe. Remember the proof of work, decentralized internet. So SODEX is the Casper one, right? Yeah, let me know if that's if I'm thinking correctly. Maybe I'm not. No, it's not. $5 million in market. This let me see if I've come across this before. I've heard of the name, but I'm not sure if I'm familiar with this. Now this is on BSC. Every chain. Okay, yeah, I was right. Yeah, so introducing the first DEX integrating Casper. Yep, so I remember this. $5 million in market cap, trading volume at $3 million, peaks and troughs. I mean, everybody FOMOed into here and it came down, and this is obviously sitting here before it went back up. Now, where can you buy this? This is now officially on MEXC. Look, if I was, listen, I would try and get some exposure to this. And again, you know, it's still a growing ecosystem, so you don't have to go all in. But it's a no-brainer that Casper is going to do pretty well. And I think the obvious question here is, do they come with another DEX, right? So yeah, this is very, very good. As a Casper holder myself, I do love something with a great tokenomics like this. And yeah, a bit of pump and dump, but that is the way the market is right now. But right now, look where the price is. So yeah, decent. I like it. My bad. How's your Sunday, brother? Yeah, not too bad, Peter. It's going from strength to strength as we edge closer to the match, right? I'm getting nervous a little bit. For AI, I like AGI, AI Tech, AGI, OFM. Yeah, 100%, bro. I think, listen, you know, those are solid fundamental projects. A crazy DJ, but the utility project, AI. Oh, okay. Is this coming from Twitter sphere, bro? Let's have a look. AI. I have seen this. AISCII. I've seen this, I think, from, was this in one of these wallets anyway? Solana. Let's have a look. Incredible degen. Million supply. Radium, possibly. Yeah, Radium and Jupiter. And yeah, this is 500K fully diluted. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is talked about by Superman. That's where I've seen it, not on Twitter. Supo. And this thing is crazy, man. You can actually just put text in there and it'll generate videos. You can do basically, it's like a Telegram bot. Clean, simple, no human, only AI. And yeah, this is I don't even know how to actually enter this, but yeah, this was covered by Supo, and he generated an image of Trump having dinner with Musk in Times Square. So listen, you know, right now this is as degen as they come. But yeah, when he talked about it and he obviously presented that, it was quite incredible. And all of these images are generated using the AI. So yeah, I mean, high risk, high reward, I would say. But yeah, good stuff. El Professor. The list at the beginning of the video is only 7 coins. Ozzy said, is this your main wallet? I know you have other cryptos, but is this your top picks? I've actually got a decent amount, and I think, you know, I share with the guys at the private community what the size of those lists, the buys, the bad buys, the good buys, the good entries, the bad entries. So all of that information is available at the private community. Having said that, you've got a particular list here, which is just like some public buys that I do. I talk about it in the channel and in the Discord. So this is my accumulation list: Marvia, AI Tech, Alephium, AGI, Tectum, Based AI, Carrot, and I do have some others in there as well that are part of this list. So yeah, it's a pretty extensive list, nevertheless. So yeah, that's some of the lists that I have officially publicly right now. Too many announcements. Chirp has too many announcements coming. Yeah, I hope so, bro. Decent as well. Man City in the building. How about Arsenal, bro? Tradition. Good to see you, man. Would you recommend getting freelance visa or setting up a company in Dubai for trading? I've heard freelance is way cheaper. Yeah, freelance is cheaper, Adam. And yeah, if you want a full guidance, man, just join a Discord and we'll help you out on that. We as humans need to stop letting people divide us. We are all human beings. Beautiful message, bro. Listen, we are one, man. At the end of the day, we all have the same challenges, right? It is almost inconceivable that there are differences in humanity or human beings. Of course, you're gonna get some pricks along the way, dickheads. It is a fact of life, man. But if people understood that the world is mostly divided into haves and have-nots, and one of the things I was talking to the caveman about last night, and that was straight fire, man. Thank you for coming on, brother, and sharing your wisdom with the community. One of the things we were talking about is how relatable we are, even though we're from different backgrounds and often separated by 10,000 miles or kilometers or on either direction. Whether you're from, Africa, Asia, America, Europe, Antarctica, it doesn't matter. But what matters is whether we make money or not. I think that is an interesting discussion. But yeah, obviously there's these are other cryptocurrencies in my portfolio, but generally you can see some of these overlap anyway. So Casper, Alf, Mavia, GFAL, Mintlayer, Corpo, Ondo, AI Tech, AGI, and I do have some degen ones as well, but these are the public ones. Yo, Ricky G, what's going on, my brother? New VIP here. Welcome on board, bro. That group never sleeps, man. Guys, if you're looking for a mature, like-minded bunch, join our private Discord. Good to have you, bro. Yo, Gonzo, what's going on? Ready for the good morning, brother. I didn't even realize it was morning. Buenos Aires. Buenos dias, bro. My Spanish is coming along nice. But listen, Colombia versus Argentina tonight. We wanna hear about your thoughts. Yeah, Trump almost died, man. It's facts. Trump had an incredible. Listen, it's almost like I couldn't believe it, man. He just scratched his ear. I mean, you're talking about, miracles, right? That was, and I think that prevents an incredible situation, because could you imagine that guy being assassinated? You've got the whole, I think that Reagan, and then prior to that Kennedy. That shit would have been crazy, man. I wouldn't know where the markets would have went. Yeah, Argentina versus Colombia, tough game. James Rodriguez is back. But yeah, of course, Messi is there. England versus Spain. And yeah, that's going to be pretty juicy, man. Tonight, that's why I came on early today. I think maybe sometimes on Sundays I'll do these early because of football season coming back. Alf is the last bit. Yeah, on the 25th, absolutely. Yeah, we climb from there. if the market is positive. So yeah, we talked about this last night, and yeah, Alf will have 3.5 million tokens or something along those lines, and that is it. After that, there's nothing happening apart from increasing hash rate and increasing minus interest. Because you got to understand with proof of work, right? You got to look at Cubic. Cubic is suffering right now because Cubic has 1 trillion tokens as rewards to miners. Those trillion tokens come on the market every week. So the price depreciation has been absolutely shit, which is a good time to maybe watch a project like that, right? So mining pressure, sell pressure is coming onto the market, and already the market is quite bearish. So that creates a massive pressure, sell pressure on the project. Having said that, in the case of Alephium, the hash rate is positive, and it looks like there's a massive mining interest. And with guys, the one thing I will tell you about Alf that's maybe slightly different to other proof of work cryptocurrencies, even though it's a mining project, it's a proof of work project, the small aspect of VC help will get through exchanges, and I genuinely believe will have a better performance much faster once we finally clear the space. So Alf right now, I bought another 2,000 Alf. I can't get enough of it because I understand what was that, 2x back to the top, 3x, who cares? The price range will be $75 to $100 if all goes well. Even a $46 Alf will be incredible. And then you couple that with the next leg of the bull market, I think we are in good time on Alf. Stonecoin, yeah. So I've covered Ston previously. StonFi is the premier DeFi play on the Ton network. The tokenomics is my biggest mystery, right? And I'm actually bullish on Ton. I don't know, yesterday in my VIP live stream, I gave the group a kind of just an outlook of what it feels like to kind of play in that ecosystem, especially D-Dust being the other DEX. But $14, if you look at this, circulating supply is 1%. So until I do a bit more research on the tokenomics, I think, so far, this particular project does interest me because of the comparison or the value or the lack of when you compare it to the blockchain. So if you look at the comparison, we will do, let's make a let's do compare with, so let's compare this with Toncoin, right? So I mean, listen, you've got Ton over here, right? And the blue line is Ston. So Ston Finance is outperforming Ton, right? You can see by price, but look at this, market cap. So the reason I'm showing you that is Ton is extremely over, like way more valuable than the DeFi play, the DEX, which means that the DEX has a lot more room to grow. So if you're looking for a decent play, I would say StonFi is a good buy. Having said that, we just need to get that clarity with the tokenomics. So imagine this, right? The let's have a look. Fully diluted, the mother chain is 37 billion, right? And current market cap of Ton is 18 billion. It's incredible. I did actually do some research on this about the value of DEX plays. So at the end of the day, I think, listen, DEX opportunities was my piece. What do you got to look? There are a few of these that are highly undervalued. So I'm going to give you some more. The next one is, so Ton, StonFi is way undervalued. Now, if you look at the market cap of Ethereum, and then you check Uniswap, right? So Uniswap would be about $10 billion. So market cap right now, $5 billion, but this went up to $10 billion, and fully diluted is about $8.2 billion. So you can see the number one DEX for ETH is got a good ratio, right? It's got a good ratio to the main layer one. Optimism, there's an opportunity there. So Optimism, where base is built on the OP stack, Optimism is what, $2 billion, and the number one DEX for Optimism is Velodrome Finance, right? This is $53 million. This and StoneFi are the two most undervalued DEXs in play. The third one is, I mean, this is what, $53 million? So everybody's talking about Aerodrome, and look at this volume, guys. This has gone up immensely, 250%, $3 million. So if you had a bet today where Velodrome Finance will be when Optimism ultimately is going to run, and this is the number one DEX, this is the best play for you. Now, in addition to that, if you are looking at the SUI ecosystem, and I think SUI has the only chance of catching up to Solana. I kid you not. SUI is the only one in this entire crypto space that come next bear market, you guys should be looking at. And it's still, I mean, 79 cents, SUI will run, but it's half the market cap of Casper now. It's hard to believe that, guys, but it is. SUI is half the market cap of Casper, $2 billion. You might think that's big, but our ambition for Casper is what, 93 to $100 billion, right? So what smart money will do is they will come and start to look at projects like SUI. Now, what you need is the number one DEX for SUI and Aptos, and that's this project called Cetus Protocol, right? $17 million in market cap, 2 million in volume, 28% out. But this is a dual blockchain DEX for the Move programming language. So with this one, what you can do is if you enter the app, so if you go to the app, you can actually switch the blockchains. So right now I'm connected to SUI, right? But I can also equally connect to Aptos. There you go. Any of these Move programming languages in terms of DEX volume would come to Cetus protocol. So yeah, there you go. I think StoneFi, Cetus, and definitely Velodrome are your best three DEXs, along with Moonwell if you want to hedge for Aerodrome Finance. Hey DXP, the best community. Appreciate all you do. Thank you so much, brother. Deve, yes, bro. We looked at Dev. I was tempted actually to pull the trigger finally because while I would play with a small market cap project, I think the kind of like the attraction of a layer one is always been there for me. Having said that, right now, what scares me is the circulating supply of 6.24%, right? And guys, if you don't know what this is, unfortunately, you know, it came out, I think this came out in March or April. It's the world's fastest, a lot of chains claim that, most scalable, affordable layer one. Yes, certainly it is affordable. So in terms of that, I mean, listen, you know, I have nothing against the project. I think it's a micro cap, a layer one at that. Team is doxed, which is, you know, not many projects can say that. But in terms of where I see, so let's go to let's go here, watch list. So let's go to Devi here. So $7.9 million market cap, and look, it's breaking out, of course, with the rest of the market. But when you're that small, and of course they've got, you know, look at their IEO price here, 40 cents, right? Where we at today, 28.87 cents. So even the IEO is underwater right now. And you can see that, the price is breaking out, $7 million in market cap. Let's look at the fully diluted 85 million, and the all-time market cap high was $30 million. Now look at this, 40 cents. The IEO price is down 28.4%, right? So, all-time high here, March 1st, $2, all-time low, 22 cents. What is it today? 28 cents. So you're not that much off the bottom, and you are 86% from the top. And in terms of a launch pad, I mean, people say some projects are scams, but this came from Gate.io startup. So from the original to all-time high, this did 4x. And then, of course, for the IEO, this is absolutely not been a good investment at all. Performed well in February, and then subsequently, it is absolutely down the drain now. Decent exchanges, by the way. BitGet is good. MEXC is very good. And, of course, Gate.io is also very impressive. So I can see where your head is in terms of, do I, don't I? But I would say let's look at the next unlock is 2.7% of the supply. Sorry, circulating supply 9%. So what are they unlocking? Let's just open this. 58% of their unlocks say they're untracked. Now, when it's like that, usually is the treasury. So the treasury has about 58%. So I'd imagine when this next unlock happens, I think it will impact the price a little bit. Maybe you get into it. Maybe you have a small exposure now, but long term moving forward, I just see like July, you've got 9% of seed, 9% of the private round. Those guys are definitely not going to sell, because I think that there's no incentive to sell at all. And then that, to be unlocked. So if you look at the unlocks, and they are pretty persistent, right? 2%. Now, naturally, that would have been small, but not when the token is performing like this. So my conclusion would be, if you do buy this, trade it, right, in between the unlocks. And if you buy it low, I don't think the price could go any lower than where it is today, in my personal opinion. So yeah, bro, that's my thought. But I said layer one. Was excited when my man discovered 1080p, but we're back to 720p. So guys, listen, help me out here. This is on, how could I fucking 720p? I don't think it was the 1080p that was the problem. I think it was my I think it's just the stream. It's the StreamYard software that's doing this. The video that you liked was a presentation, so it's a bit different. But yeah, I'll try and speak to the technical department. Waiting for a portfolio regardless of your feedback. Planning to buy Orange. I think this is the best BRC20 end of December, 100%. Hey man, listen, I do, first of all, I do apologize. I will get to your portfolio, I promise you. There's few of those waiting for me. I did about 5 or 7 yesterday, and yours is top priority, brother. I'll get through with that. But let me tell you, I did buy Orange, and this is more or less the price that we got into the project. So it is actually by far the best in that class, in my personal opinion. I do agree with you. I think this is going to run to $1 pretty quick. ORNJ. And yeah, download the extension wallet, because that's the only way you can store this. The founder is fantastic. Watch his AMAs if you don't know what this is. And this is floor. Market cap is $10 million. It means absolutely nothing. I mean, 13 cents. This came down to 12 cents. I would definitely put a nice small small bag if you haven't got allocation. But DXP community, we've all got into this around that 10 cents mark. So it's one of the ones actually people are still up on, even as it pulls back, because I don't think it's pulled back to the entry price yet. So yeah, definitely, brother. Nice stuff. PKT Cash is going to blow up when Bitcoin maxes. Find this. PKT, let's have a look. Is that Pikmin? PKT? Oh, sorry, PKT. This is a... Let's go. Let's not even read the chart here. The future of internet access. Decentralized DeFi. I don't think... Is this a one? I mean, it's probably a DeFi project. You're talking about PKT. Not PTK, PKT. Yeah, I think it's the right project. Play key. Yeah, give me the full name so I'll search that. Yeah, prayers for the big man. Yeah, this stuff was disgusting, man. Nobody deserves to be taken out like that, especially the guy that's gonna pump our bags, right? We need Trump presidency. You know, Trump can do whatever afterwards. Yeah, just get us through the crypto lines, man. Yeah, what's going on, Joey? Let's get it. Let's go, brother. Diamond Hand said, delete my message. Which one, bro? I'll read it out. So to Rick, absolute OG and a great lad. Yeah, man. What up, Case? Caveman shares his story and how he made crypto. Would love to hear your story in the VIP webinar. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Look, for those of you, obviously, that are not in the group, we're lucky to have kind of, you know, I throw out the microphone to everybody, and I think the incredible story was just life-changing for a lot of people, because people don't sometimes relate to the other side of the fence. You know, they think all of the influencers are scammers, which they are absolutely right a lot of the time, and they don't get that human story. But this guy turned a small amount of money into a massive life-changing amount of money, got his life back on track, and from there he went on to do great things, and he's still doing his own, you know, he's controlling his own destiny, which is what we need to do with crypto, guys. Good day, DXB and the chat. What is going on, Mr. Mitchell? Hope you're doing well, brother. Yo, Jumpman in the building. By the way, great call on what. Let me show you this, man. So I think I posted this to the group again today, but let me just share it with everybody of this meme coin. And if you haven't seen the team behind this, and by the way, shout out to the Jumpman for dropping this little gem. This team is incredible. They do Twitter Spaces every day, and the entire meme coin OX63, which is an original OG number, way before Pepe, right? They've got grand ambitions. They've got 10,000 holders, and their target is $1 billion. So a lot of the people that play the meme casino, I would say this is a very, very good meme coin. Look at this. Every single day, these guys are on Spaces. And what is Matt Fury's pet, right? It's a real pet that he talks about in his book. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to you, brother. And in terms of saving America, man, saving America, you need only one president. You know, there's only one guy who can, you know, who can save you guys. And I've always said this. And this is my president right here. When he was doing all of this, right? When this guy was doing this, I mean, how much of a crazy, crazy visionary is this guy, man? This is who you need to save your country. You need a president. You go into Iraq for oil. So, bitch, you're cooking. Oh Lord. Yeah, nah, definitely. Listen, MAGA for life. Yeah, bro said, let's get back to crypto, man. It's not the comedy hour yet, but yeah, anybody says, look, save America, then John, man, let me put your comment up, by the way. Yeah, vote for this guy, man. This guy gets the black head of the CIA, of course. And obviously, these guys have been buying yellow cake from Africa. Listen, if you haven't seen this stuff, man, America is by far the greatest nation on the face of the earth, except when they bomb in other countries, of course, which is kind of fucked up. But Tensor. Yeah, I've looked at this. Bitensor. Wow, look at that. It's gone on a little rocket, but the chart is still very, very depressed, which is good. It's in accumulation. Tensor Foundation. Let's have a look at the token. So yeah, I've seen this before, and they're very active on the Twitter as well. Don't really follow them. The foundation. Why do I want to claim tokens? Let's go straight to docs. Facilitates community-led governance over Tensor Protocol, and the Tensor Protocol DAO governs. Yeah, you see, look, in terms of governance tokens, and there are quite a few of these. I don't currently hold this, but hey, look, if you believe in the conviction, if you believe what they're doing, then I think it's not a bad idea. Binance listing, $56 million in market cap. You know what happens to Binance projects? They don't inflate it. Binance has massive money flow, and this could be one of those projects that has look, all the listings, and it's probably one of the smallest market caps you'll get on tier 1 exchange listings. So yeah, decent, bro. Let's go. Bought Arrow at 30. Should I sell it now for Arrow? Arrow for Arrow? Don't sell it for Arrow. Sell it for something else. What to buy for short term? Lino, what's happening, bro? My Italian brother. Look, what to buy for the short term? I think that will determine what your objectives are. I think in terms of short term, you mean short term trading. When it comes to short term trading, I would only give you information if I have it from an insider group, bit like we did with the what was it? Was one of those, not OPSEC, it was one of those other projects. Bit like we did with a few projects that we knew about. But yeah, definitely I'll drop it into the Discord if I get something that is going to rip. But guys, it is positive season for now. So if you're canceling your holidays, you're not mistaken. Big up yourself. We've got the big man, none other than the Yeti in the building. Howdy, Mr. Yeti. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hey, DXP, how you doing? Yeah, not too bad, brother. David, long time. Hope you're well. CK Sync, the best L2 meaning ZF, highly undervalued. Time to prove this correct. You know what, Mr. Bird, Mr. T Bird, 100%, brother. Look, sit this one. I would say just stake it, man. Since I staked a lot of ZF, I've had a better time of it, man. I don't think about it. I just end yield. I sit back. Sometimes I go and degen with the yield. Sometimes I just go there and use the yield to farm tokens and to buy meme coins. But ZF right now is a genuine $6 million. This could do well. This doesn't have to go to billions of dollars for you to make decent money. You're looking at what, 600 million from here? 60 million as a clean 10x. You know, could it achieve that for project that has a very good ecosystem? I think yes, it can. And the only thing is, the hype versus reality is always a good way to approach this. Put majority of your money in your top convictions, which are normally slightly larger caps. So like a Ondo, if these are the kind of projects you're in, and then you play with these smaller micro caps. But I love this ecosystem, man. Nothing else rewards me like this does in DeFi. Every time I use it, you know, I just love it. How much does it cost? Pratik, how much does it cost? I would say, look, if you're looking for a freelance visa, haven't got the top cost on top of my head right now, but I would normally prepare about $5,000 for all my requirements, which is probably way more. I think freelance visa will cost you around $2,000-$3,000. But yeah, I would say about that, $3,000 to $5,000. Do you provide with it your company, and how does it work? Listen, reach me in the Discord. And I will even get you a driver's license if you need one. Network, PKT network is a decentralized internet proof of work. Ooh, maybe it's on. You know, that gets me going, man. Every time I hear proof of work. Network. Yeah, Peter, I'll look at that separately. That's very interesting. I'll probably talk about that with you privately in the group. What up, brother? Chill has been charting. What's going on, bro? By the way, that's my ZF whale. My name is Lino, not Lin, with a final O. My guy. I'm going to call you my guy. Yes, ZF is the best DEX. Lithium. Listen, I think ZF is gonna do numbers, but it's always one of those things where when it's cheap, people don't like, for some reason, to buy cheap things, right? Undervalued projects. And I think that's where smart money makes all their money. That's why we are not the smartest of money. This one right now, you could bag 100,000 tokens for $1,572. And this thing, I kid you not, you could turn that into a tidy sum, you know, between 50 to about 150 grand. If this does numbers, but you don't want to think like that. What you want to do is risk to reward, man. What's more risky, this or something else? And you just have to bide your time. Listen, all these guys that have made multiple millions of dollars in crypto, they're not that much smarter than us. They just a lot more patient. You know, they find something, they stick to it, they do heavy capital allocation, and then it runs. But I can honestly say this one is such an undervalued project. If it goes to 150 million, that's 25x. Man, I'm running away to the bank for that. 150 million in a bull market for a DEX that is a Rolls Royce. Oh my goodness. This is not even a, I mean, listen, you know, again, you know, you don't want to FOMO into stuff like this, right? And you know, you want to do your absolute best to do further research, understand. But look at the ecosystem, man. Are you telling me we can't get 25x from something that has an entire ecosystem built on it, but yet we're looking for meme coins, shit pump and dumps to go to 100, and they are doing that? When alt season comes, this runs. And you can see here that you know, it's got an entire ecosystem, man. Cat, Meow, ZK Kid, you've got Long, you know, you've got plenty of things here. So do not fade this. I think at $6 million. And yeah, this is not a buy alert, guys. It's just an ecosystem. It's right there in front of us. ZF is like it's on a garage sale, bro. We should have 10 cents. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This can. I mean, you can see here, the ecosystem is what matters, right? And I think sometimes we are just a little bit blinded because we find something. The beauty about crypto is everybody can find a gem. It's much harder to have something that is unanimously like you see it early enough and you say, I've got conviction there. So this one, I think does that, man. Yeah, ZF is good, bro. What's the score tonight? England 10, Spain 0. The ideal score. Listen, it's going to be tonight. I told the family I'm not here. I don't want any phone calls. That's why I came on so early today, because this match here is going to be it's crazy today, man. I don't know how all of these things. Colombia with an O, yeah. And this is another one, right? It's 4 a.m. for me tomorrow. But yeah, listen, what a great time to be alive, man. Two finals in a row. And you can't believe that. So yeah. Sorry to Belgium and the Netherlands. Yeah, they are organically growing. I think that's the best thing about them. Because look, if you haven't used the bridge, you can actually bridge to different chains, right? ZK bridge here. Look, from ZK to Ethereum, you can actually look at ZK gems. And guess what? They go their own bubbles. So let me just get rid of this. So you've got every ZK token on here. Look at that. What other ecosystem is going to give you their own version of the bubbles? This is absolutely innovative, completely unique. And I think this is, for example, Zoro here. You can see what the size of these projects are on the ZK platform. And if you continue with that, you can see so many different things here. You can swap to earn. You can swap to earn. You can actually provide to ZK pools over here. So look at this. You can provide liquidity here. And again, Chilo is an expert. Shout out to my guy Chilo, who is all over this ecosystem. Like I said, he's a whale. I think this one is an absolute banger, man. You can actually provide ZF and to different pools. You could actually even provide Ethereum or USDC as well. And you can see what the APRs are. And this used to be a lot more crazy than this. And yeah. And then, of course, you can swap ZK with ETH once you bridge it, or you can just directly connect it from your ZK on MetaMask and do wonders with it, man. But I do love I do love everything they're doing here. ZK memes, deep dive. They're actually even posting videos on their website. So it's almost like they've got their own little pump.fun here. And then, of course, you've got portfolio. I did actually find a decent AI project as well on here. And it's like a trading bot. Let's see, the launchpad is coming soon. Apply to launchpad. So they're going to have a launchpad as well. But yeah, big up this ecosystem, man. And it's incredibly quick, by the way. Caught my eye. Bitcoin maxis are going to ham. Yeah, I'm definitely, listen, I'm making absolute note of that one. And I am going to present that to you for sure, bro. The airdrop FUD was a gift. And the airdrop FUD was like just it hurt a lot of people, of course, but that's because people are putting their hopes in airdrop farming, man. You know, I'm absolutely. It's one of the worst things I hate to do. Currently, I'm farming grass and base because I've got no choice. I've really got to farm the base one, and you know, I don't even know how that's going. Farming on base, but I genuinely hate airdrops, man. It's a disappointment. You always hear the good stories of the people that had you know, huge number of airdrops. You can sign in. Yeah. Anyway, there's also farm base, which is something that I've been doing automated, by the way, and farming base is different because I think the idea of Arbitrum airdrop was massive, right? That airdrop was incredible. Everybody should have farmed that. Now these guys have automated this process, so as a result, it's a no-brainer. If you could automatically farm base, you know, without any, you know, and receive, by the way, on the free one, you actually receive 75%, and the paid one you get 100% of the tokens. So I just did the free one. So what it does is, so far I have farmed volume on base $6,000, right? It's conducted 54 transactions, and it has been going for the last 105 days, and it farms every 10 days. So all I did was I put like 0.1 ETH into there, and yeah, I let the rest automatically taken care of by this trade. So you can see here, 10th of July, it did Odo's protocol, USDC to ETH, blah blah blah. So that's what it does. And the only shit thing was he was buying Brett when I didn't actually know about Brett, like in the early days, which is which is quite funny. And you can actually refer each other, by the way, if you wanna farm base. So yeah, it's a pretty decent thing. And by the way, if you haven't started this, let me just give you my referral code, and you can give it to your friends. Refer each other on this. You should be able to do this, because if base does an airdrop, let's say maybe next year, right? Best believe it was going to be as big, if not the biggest airdrop in the history of mankind. So this was the biggest. So Arbitrum did a minimum airdrop entitlement was 625 tokens, and a maximum was 10,250 Arbitrum tokens. Now, a lot of people got those, and let's just say those people today are not messing around, especially if Arbitrum goes to a decent level. You know, these airdrops sometimes, you know, 10,000, what, $7,000, that could potentially maybe 10x, 5x from here. So yeah, farm base, guys, farm base. Don't be lazy. But going back to ZK, man, it's yeah, it's one of those. We hope, we wait, and we pray. Hey, and we pray and we pray. Yeah, agree, Chiller. People expect free money always. Yeah, man, nothing is, look, it's free everything, man. It's not just free money these days. It's just society, right? Fucking people expect free everything. You know, free this, free that, free time. But yeah, no one's entitled to any shit. CF Well here too. Yo, T-Bird. Come on, guys. I've got to ask the whales. I mean, have you done the million yet? So bullish. Guys, you're making me FOMO into this, man. I still believe Tectum's gonna blow up. Yeah, Peter. Oh my god, I brought enough. I mean, listen, Tectum is the dream here for me is like $400. Call it a dream, but it is actually $56 million. What are we looking at in terms of access over there? 7.75. 51x. 51x to $400. Achievable. Absolutely. Now, in terms of market cap, that would make it a $2.8 billion. So could a layer 1 / a layer 2 / a BRC20 narrative Bitcoin scaling solution, could it potentially go / the fastest blockchain, lightning fast distributed ledger powering, superconductive digital finance environment of the future? Guys, we don't want to be moon boys, right? That is not what we want to be. And we don't want to really go to bed at night thinking, obviously, that this is going to be the one token that solves all our problems. But I can tell you this much. This shit can do 50x. I have seen absolute waste of projects go to $5, $3, $2 billion. But half of that, if we say $1.5 billion, you're still looking at 27x. So Tectum at $1.5 billion is just laughable, right? But $2.8 billion is 51x from here. So I genuinely believe, again, we don't want to overextend ourselves with these kind of price talks, but the whales have really exhausted their hand, and looks like they've got a team of boffins, and good solid team, man. Even though I would say at this moment in time, they just need to get to that $12. So I did something in the I looked at it the other day, and I said to the guys, look, $6 was the bottom, of 550 was the bottom for Tectum. But I genuinely think that 50x here is not beyond a reasonable expectation. Yeah, listen, the launch pad is going to be super huge. Listen, we all agree. I think the ZF is still out there. Guys, try to chase limit your token exposure and go in capital intensive. I think you would come back to what I'm telling you right now. For too many of us are still gem hunting. Like, if you put in a decent amount of money into something like a ZF, we're looking for 50 cents to $1 for life-changing money, right? And then you've got like 10 projects or 5 projects. You pack, like, for example, what I did last year was to put a lot of money. At the time, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was kind of understanding. You do two things, right? One, when you have conviction, so the hardest part will be discovering your conviction, because that moment is going to be like, aha moment, right? Once I discovered my conviction in Casper, so that was late 22, I realized that this is going to be pretty good to load up. So I started to record YouTube videos. You can see them March, February, April 2023. And I was like, guys, I'm buying 100,000 of these tokens for like $700 or $600 or $1,200 at one time. Now ZF could be the same. So if you have conviction and the price is low, you then do your calculations and you say to yourself, I'm going to get myself this amount of tokens because I genuinely believe the project is going to go to X direction. And the other one is, if you have conviction and the project slightly bigger market cap, then you put more capital into it. The money I would put into, for example, a Chirley is different to the money I would put into Ondo. When I buy Ondo, I would go $5,000, $2,000, $10,000. It's a bigger number. But if I'm buying Chirley, I might get $1,000 once upon a time and just forget about it. But for example, with ZF, with the current prices, I think it's going to be just set yourself, 100,000 tokens, 500,000 tokens, and then just get those. That's it. And then leave it alone. Stake all of them. Millions of Chinese airdrop farmers crying. Yeah, man. Listen, we're not farming anymore, man. Hey, DXB, looking to get into a safer play, hedge against micro caps Fantastic. Yeah, Ondo, Prime, Tau, anyone, okay. Anyone you would recommend? Great question. So no secret that I've talked about Ondo for a very long time, and I will tell you right now, Ondo is a good bet. Having said that, with Ondo, there is a possibility to triple the price, the dilution by January. So Ondo, if you put some decent hedge in it now, you'd have to get out by December. Okay, so that's Ondo. Tau is a longer term play. I genuinely believe Tau is doing a lot of things. Of course, right now the price is worth $700, $1.8 billion in market cap. You know, Tau is a good bet. So I do like Tau. And I would say, obviously, the other one you're looking at there is Prime. Of the three, I would say I would go with Ondo and Ondo Finance for tokenized assets. I would go with BlackRock. I would make a chunk of money in December. I would then go back to Ondo, buy it back a lot cheaper, hopefully with that dilution. Because I genuinely believe, look, Echelon Prime is still a decent, very, very good. And I hold this, and I talked about this. I made videos on this. I would say this is a very, very good hedge against some DGEM gaming. But if you've got Heroes of Marvia, you might as well put your gaming allocation into that and then get Ondo Finance and then stick big boy money in there. Casper is also not beyond and out of the question. So yeah, I would say definitely this is a wait till this gets going. This week I did a video about I mean, look at this chart, man. This is, you know, with the Biddle fund, with the tokenized assets, with Ethereum based tokenized assets through the Biddle fund. This is the one. And then in January, you say, look, man, let me get out of this, take a lot of money out of it. If you 10x it between now and January, and then obviously you've got more money, more dry powder to position yourself in January. And that way you're still guaranteed, Shane, to have some profit in the market by this Christmas, this winter. So yeah, that would be my strategy for that. Past the mill. And see you as a shrink. Congratulations, brother. Absolute legend. Yeah, you guys can talk it out. 2.7 and the 2.2. Dun. Yeah, the brothers are on that ZF thing. Yeah, join the Discord, man. We need you. Yeah, Prime 2.2. Oh, okay. At 24. It's not huge. Not much X's left. Echelon Prime. Oh, would it dump to 2.2? I don't think so. I think it goes back up from there. Cas and Alephium are my exits. 100%. Guys, look, it's been 1 hour, 23 minutes. It's been unbelievable catching up with you guys. Come on, the Three Lions. Smash a like for England to win their first trophy since 66, and then Argentina versus Colombia. That's for later. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. And yeah, I'll see you soon, guys. It's been great hanging around with you. Ciao, brother. See you in the Discord. I'm sure we'll talk about that million ZF. Good night, guys. Cheers.